Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I got some news to share for you as a fellow podcaster and me. I finally have a brand new headset that actually fits my fat ass ears, man. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode Lucas E. Allen 1018 on YouTube with your Monday Night Raw January 12th, 2026 review, to say the least. For anything, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and anything Facebook, Lucas E. Allen related. Now I would say to Zach Cyrus with Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. Now I would say to create a TikTok account. And obviously say Zach Cyrus to say at least. And how y'all doing today? Let me know in the comment section how your day is today, to say at least. I'm not going to probably keep you all too long. Obviously the 19th of January for Raw happened this afternoon, to say at least. And as I heard, it's a very meh show, honestly. Just like the 12th of January, obviously. This show was freaking boring, in all honesty. But it is what it is. Not every show can be perfect at all, obviously. Now let's get started. Obviously, if you're watching today's podcast on YouTube, one place to get this review, to say at least, hit the like button today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn the bell for our post notifications when upload on this channel. And always leave a comment leaving my Monday Night Raw January 12th, 2026 review. As always, let's get started with this show, to say the least. After shots of people arriving in the arena, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, reigning defending WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, made their way to the ring. Ripley said it was a long road to the titles, that they finally beat the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, obviously, to claim gold. Sky said Asuka and Kairi Sane have no respect, but she and Ripley respect each other. That is why they won. Ripley said that they were going to issue a challenge to any tag team, but before she could finish her sentence, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, two lovely ladies who I'm big fans of, obviously, came out to stake their claim at the title shot. It didn't take long for the Bayley and Lyra Valkyria to join the party. Asuka and Kairi Sane showed up to pull the champions out of the ring before a huge brawl ensued. Sky and Ripley recovered and cleared the ring, to say the least. This gets a big fat C. C as in cat. This was not great. I always loved seeing Liv Morgan, Raquel. I keep saying Raquel Rodriguez compared to Roxanne Perez. Always loved seeing Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Well, I said it again, man. Oh my god. Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. I always love seeing those two lovely ladies. They're great at what they do. I mean, mind this is the tag team or not, so it's probably temporarily before Natalie determined to live in Roxanne eventually. But that is what it is, to say at least. This segment I couldn't give a flying shit about, honestly. Just a very forgettable segment, if you ask me, to say the least, man. Not a fun segment whatsoever. Love seeing Roxanne and Raquel. I did it fucking again for a fourth time. Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan, man. I love seeing those two, obviously. But this segment did nothing for me, in all honesty, man. What do you want me to say? A big fat C. As long as you can hear me, that's all I care about this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You can care about if you hear about me, my microphone. Say hello. Who's your favorite football team in the National Football League? It's real good, by the way. Speaking of National Football League, I'm going to share about probably like reels and stuff on TikTok and say at least on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, obviously, this channel. But what a freaking like divisional round weekend, to say at least. You got a couple of blowouts between the first and last games, but still. Let's go back to wrestling, shall we? That first segment gets a big fat. Not that the show gets better from here, we get the point. Moving on to Javon Evans. He defeats Bravo Americano. Another big fat C. Interested in doing this in the damn microphone, man. Very interested in doing a microphone. By the way, you know I take care about this more than this freaking match. I did also basically. I can set down my phone now without leaving it in my damn hand, so it's probably to hear me less and less in the background in those recordings, to say at least. So I hope y'all can hear me as anyways. This is all you can freaking matter, honestly. And it's just, who cares about this match? Bravo Americano and Javon Evans, really? Are you freaking kidding me, Triple H? That is the best you got, man. Just simply not good to say the least, man. This show in general was a freaking miss. Minus two things. This show was a freaking dud. It was a dud. You know what I mean to say? Moving on to after a break, CM Punk, the reigning defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion, came out to address the crowd following his successful title defense against Braun Breaker last week for the 5th of January for 2026. Punk talked about being the road to WrestleMania and how anything can happen. He mentioned Cody Rhodes losing the WWE Championship as an example, but he said he plans to be champion forever and moving past the division. It looked like he was going to make this short promo, but until Finn Balor came out to interrupt Punk before he could leave, he said he isn't waiting for the Rumble or Chamber to get his title shot. So don't worry, this came out left field, a hockey stick or whatever, and can't complain about CM Punk and Finn Balor World Heavyweight title match at all. Punk said he has been waiting for Finn to take his shot, but has been too busy for playing video games and shining Morgan's shoes. That was a freaking funny ass comment, honestly. He said he wanted to put the title on the line against Balor tonight, which got a loud pop from the crowd. Balor said he wanted to wait until next week when they are in his home country of Ireland, and Punk agreed, but said he will still be champion after next week, which obviously means the 19th of January, which obviously you just saw, obviously before this review went published, obviously on YouTube. I didn't see the Balor and Punk match at all. I'm yet to see Raw at all for this week for 19th of January, but still. This segment was okay for what it was. I can't complain about a Finn Balor and CM Punk to be World Heavyweight Championship match. Just kind of weird how we got to this point, though. Kind of weird we got to that point. Because Balor hasn't gotten any wins under his belt to get a championship shot with the Intercontinental Championship. Not even just the World Heavyweight Championship. And that doesn't make any sense to me. What do you want me to say about that, to say at least? But this gets a B-. It was an okay promo, to say at least. I don't mind them doing Punk and Balor for this week, the first Raw. Because that's me a banger. I'm looking forward to see that match, just the way it plays out for tonight, for this afternoon show, to say at least. But this segment gets a B-, to say at least. Moving on to Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. They defeat the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria become the number one contenders for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. This gets a B-. This is basically kind of a mini 6-woman tag almost. You know how much I hate it. It's male or female stuff. I hate 6-man women, trios matches, to say at least. I hate 8-man, 8 women, and so on and so forth. You get the point. I just don't like them. I don't like them whatsoever. It just gets some. Granted, the women's at least more tolerable. You're used to the women not like flying out around the ring, which is like an Io Sky or Kairi saying in this match. Accuse Kairi's in this match, but still. But it is what it is. This is not a bad match per se. If you see, it's at least very rare compared to men's matches in 6-man tags and 8-man tags, to say at least. But this match did not. It was a solid match for what it was. Gave it a B-. Like, I have a big question in this decision from Triple H on SmackDown. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this. I'm not totally sure. You have to see SmackDown for the 9th of January, obviously, yet. But I did hear there's another Women's Tag Team Championship, not championship match, but at least a number of contenders match. They set up a triple threat tag team Women's Championship match at Saturday night's main event. It looks like that possibility is leading that way, honestly, for me. That's what I think about that for say at least, but I'm not totally sure if that's the case whatsoever. But this gets to the B-. This was a solid match for what it was, honestly. I love Liv and Roxanne. They're two freaking great. Yeah, I'm actually liking them as a duo, honestly, in the Judgment Day. Not a bad, two lovely pro wrestling women that's freaking great what they do in Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. But this, I give it a B-. Not a bad match, not a great match per se, but still a B-, to say at least. Moving on to Stephanie Vaquer. Well, technically first, Michael Cole. conducted an interview with Raquel Rodriguez on the stage. He said he was surprised to see her stomp so low and to attack the injured women's world champion, obviously Stephanie Becker last week. Rodriguez said she was tired of waiting around and getting screwed out of the title. Stephanie Becker, speaking of the devil, the defending WWE Women's World Champion, showed up as security made Rodriguez leave, but she returned a few moments later and attacked the champion again from behind. She slammed her injured leg into the concrete floor before finally leaving. This, my friends, is an overall grade of a C-. Oh my goodness, man. I love Stephanie. I'm a big Stephanie Becker fan. It's not just because of the Devil's Kiss. This woman's freaking great what she does. She's obviously a gorgeous woman on top of it as well. I understand that too. But this didn't help. It made me care about this whatsoever. In spite of I love Stephanie Becker, this segment did nothing for me, ladies and gentlemen. It did nothing for me. I'm sitting here like basically like, when is this over with? Like, when is this Stephanie gonna retain her title against Raquel? As well as Raquel gonna win the championship? I highly doubt that happens, or should she? Like, Raquel's getting better. Don't get me wrong, but is she realistically right now a shot to be the WWE Women's World Champion over Stephanie freaking Becker? The answer is no. The answer is no, to say the least. And this run's done nothing. This Women's World Championship match run for Stephanie Becker has done nothing. It's like she basically peaked at basically at WrestlePalooza when she won the championship. That's not her fault whatsoever, though. When I mean peaked, I mean it's not Stephanie's fault. That would go to Triple H's fault. It's freaking booking of Stephanie Becker. Granted, she's not as being badly booked as like Julia is on SmackDown. That's not even close, but still. At least she's the women's champion, a world champion from Monday Night Raw, while Julia is just barely getting above the Women's United States Championship on SmackDown. But this did nothing for me whatsoever. I gotta be honest. C- is the very worst thing on the show, and I love Stephanie. I hate giving her this grade to say at least. Moving on to Bronson Reed and Austin Theory, members of the Vision, versus Penta and Dragon Lee ends in disqualification after Braun Breaker caused a disqualification. And after the match, Breaker and Division continued their assaults, obviously on Dragon Lee and Penta, despite Adam Pearce, the Raw general manager, trying to stop them from being him up to being the general manager. That's what he got to him. He's got in Breaker's face and took everyone in a vision to Reed to hold him back from attacking Adam Pearce. I mixed up my words there big time, not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. I like this segment. I don't really care. I didn't think we needed the match whatsoever. And then backstage, Heyman tried to calm everyone down, but Pearce told them to get out of the building when he did the show Return to Break, and obviously backstage, Pearce suspended Breaker indefinitely. I love this, honestly. I didn't care for the Austin Theory, Bronson Reed, and Penta and Dragon Lee match. I could have given 2 ounces of shit for that. But at least if rectified the Braun Breaker loss last week for the 5th of January against CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, you have him basically destroy almost 2 members of Penta and Dragon Lee. And also try and put his hands on Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce is great at his job, by the way. That man is just freaking great at his job as a Raw general manager. Doing his aggressive screams and basically having his back on his own back to stand up to these wrestlers that are trying to bully him on the Raw roster, to say at least. I like this. I very much like this, to say at least. I couldn't give a shit about the match between Penta and Dragon Lee against Division, but whatever. But this is one of the better stuff in this whole show. The last 2 things on the show are freaking great. At least good to be decent to be good, to say the least. So I gave this a B, to say the least. The second best thing in the show, not the best thing in the show in the main event, obviously. Gunther defeats AJ Styles in the main event. Give this a B plus. And best thing on the show, obviously, it should be when you have Gunther and AJ Styles on your main event show. I mean, come on, man. Of course, it'd be the best thing on the show. It should be. I have a question about this, Matt, to finish this match. And Gunther was tapping out clearly, but the referee, Gunther had his tapping out, but the referee couldn't see it because Gunther's hand was behind Styles, his body and stuff like that. On the other side, the referee where he was located, obviously. The referee was on the right side where the TV of the screen was, and Gunther tapped out on the left side with his left hand, to say the least. You have to go back and watch that. It was very interesting, to say the least. I don't like that, honestly. I don't like that whatsoever. Even if he was tapping, literally, this man tapped out John Cena. He's already tapping out, and then he didn't see it. That's not making him too big of a deal about this. But this man is you can't be trusted with this booking of Gunther. Despite not actually having him tap out, he tapped out when the referee didn't see it. That's okay and dandy for at least this time being. But we can do this every freaking Gunther match. That's my question. And that'd be kind of stupid if you ask me. But this is obviously the best thing in the show. And on a show that was freaking boring beyond boring can be. I could watch paint dry, and it would have been more entertaining than this fucking show, minus the last two things were great on the show. This show was fucking boring. It was boring. Besides these two greats in the show, the only thing I was rarely entertained by is seeing Liv Morgan with Roxanne Perez. Other than that, I couldn't give a shit about this show. This show was fucking boring. I just didn't care. I couldn't care about this match whatsoever. I mean, not this match per se. This whole show minus the last two things. And also seeing the lovely women that Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez truly are. Other than that, this show did nothing for me. It did nothing for me, to say the least. At least we got some good wrestling on the show, at least with Gunther and AJ Styles. And a great, honestly, a good segment was between Bronson and Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker and the Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. Other than that, this show was fucking boring, to say the least. As for the overall show grade, for Monday Night Raw, January 12th, 2026, it is a C+. You can tell how bad the show was. Steve Nygren is not a big fat C, but at least something Raw ever got a big fat C as an overall show grade. SmackDown has plenty of times. Definitely NXT on great their television shows in the past. But other than that, it's not a great show in all honesty. For Raw, for January 12th of 2026, minus the last two things we discussed, and also seeing lovely ladies that Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez are to the Judgment Day Raw Women's Division. This show is kind of boring in my opinion. Let me know what you think of Monday Night Raw for your January 12th, 2026 show. As always, hit the like button and subscribe button, obviously, in this channel. Hope y'all can still hear me. And my microphone does not go out, obviously. I don't know what's going on with it. It's actually not that bad. I just adjusted the volume on this. I'm probably going to do sometimes with this. I use the microphone and just straight up record by my phone and stuff like that. It depends on what I want to do, how comfortable I could be with this microphone, to say the least. Until next time, hopefully knock on wood. Hope you can hear that on the wall, obviously. I hope to have your next edition of Limit Center hopefully out tonight at some point. For your Tuesday, what's today's day, honestly? Tuesday, Monday, obviously, it's Raw, obviously, or 19th. For Monday, for your Limit Center for your Monday, January 19th of 2026. Until next time, I'll see you next time. Peace, love, I am out. Take care. Love you all big time, to say the least.